Okay, so till yesterday, so this is the fourth part, I think, fourth part of the video, complete like a employee management system. So, in this video, so first of all, likewise, every time I used to say, if you have directly come to this video, go and watch the other videos, like from part 1, part 2, part 3, and then come to this video, or else you will not understand anything what we are going to do. Actually, this is employee management system which we are creating using React. And till like I will add, so before adding, I need to update the CRUD like URL, the base URL. I will just update the ID only. This will work for me because I have API. Everything is okay. This is same. Okay, I don't think it was different. They gave me same ID itself, but it will be like today I need to add new and material UI. I will just parallelly open it. I don't know whether we require this or not because we need to do it. So I will add it. Okay, so it will be, so we have already done add. Uh, Detail we have done get, like basically once you add it, so I will add it here. Ramesh Kumar, department will be finance. We'll select, okay, we'll select anything, javascript. Ramesh at the rate gmail.com, and mobile number we will add anything. Address will be Ramesh xyz 4 comma Delhi, India. I should be in capital. Okay, gender anything we can have, we will have male, and we will submit it. So when we submit it, so why why we got an error? Where is this? So we clicked on submit, we got error. Post bad request. Why bad request, bro? So we had CRUD employee list. Ah, why it is bad request? Let me refresh this. Maybe the ID has changed. This is the same ID. No, ID is not.
Inactive, bro. Inactive.
Okay,
It is inactive.
100 is already used. I don't know
Hmm.
how. Let me CRUD over here. Let me get new. So I don't know how they are like calculating it. Till in one day only they are saying that you have used it. So
Yesterday, maybe only three to four who have used that, sir.
uh, but I don't know how they calculate. So every time when we change, when we click on it, so this is done. Employees added the alert which we have added. So you can see in the home page we get the card, and this is already done in the previous video. So this is get, and now when we click over here, so we go to detail page. So you can see the routes. This is the home page. On click here, you'll go to detail page, employee detail, and this is the employee ID. Using use param, we used to get the ID, and using that we make an API call and we get all the details. So this is up to yesterday we did this, and even what we did, so even we like we means what we did, so we routed it. Okay, we even routed it to uh, this page. We did the routing, and like edit page, we routed it to edit page. So in edit page same, we are going to use employee form only, which we use for adding. Okay, so now in the edit page when it will come, we will use route, sorry, use param to get the ID again. So what we will do, we will use here constant params, or we will just write ID over here. If you we can even do directly destructuring here. So ID is, I think basically we are writing ID. So ID will write here, and use param we need to do. So using this we will get the y underscore. Okay, so ID is fine. We will get the ID. So now what we need to do, we need to make an API call, because once like this is done, so when we come here, so this is like we don't want as of now. So I'll just minimize it because we need to scroll too much. So this is done. So we'll have a use effect. So use effect, what we are going to use, component did mount. So in this we will have a dependency array empty because this is lifecycle method component demand, and in this we will just log it. First of all we will log our id. What is our id, whether we are getting that id or not. Okay, so we'll log it and we will check. Okay, so we will go to this. Over here we'll keep id, we'll remove everything. So we'll remove this. I am clicking on edit. So on edit we are getting id, perfect. So this is perfect. Okay, so now we know that we got id, so we need to make an api call. So we'll create a constant uh, get. Basically I think we can do get detail api only. Get employee detail data if you can do. So over here also I think we require the same things. So because the same only we are doing, so we will just copy paste the same thing, because over here also we required employee data only. So this is fine. So we will get the employee data in this. So we just need to import this API. If I write API, so this is imported. Yes, this is imported. And employee data we will call over here in this. And which ID we will share? We will share this ID. And even we require sub URL. So sub URL we know where we are storing it. We are storing it in employee list. So if we'll go over here and see, so we have employee list. So we'll just copy paste this in the code. Okay, so this is our sub URL. So this is fine. So everything is done. Now we'll remove this and we will log. No need to log here. We will not. Okay, yes, we will log it here. So this is not required. I think is employee data is not here. So we'll log it. So we'll log it and see what we are getting basically. Just response.data. We will log it. So this is fine. So apparently I am saying we are not doing any error handling. We are just assuming this is going to be correct path. There should be some condition when we call an API and we will not get the data. So that will also be in condition, but we are not handling it in this videos or this entire of part of this video. Okay, so we will separately do that error handling and everything. So this is fine, employee data everything. So now we are going to get the, this is going to so okay, fine. So if you can see over here, see, we got all the data, correct? So this is fine, our API, we got the data. Now what we need to do, we need to use this data over here. We need to set this data over here. Okay, so what we can do over here, only we will do set. We will do set first name. So what will be the first name? First we need to destructure everything what is there in the first name. Got it? And then what we need to update? Just the value. Value will be whatever data we are getting here. Response dot data is there na. So we will do it here like constant. Uh, okay, we already have that na response. So we can directly do it. No need to do that. Value equal to response dot data dot first name. Okay, we have last name. We will do last name. This will be set last name. So why I am doing this, you will get to understand. Set last name, we have department. So over here we have department, d department. So we need to check whether we are getting the same thing now. We are getting department address, email and everything. So we just need to do it over here. We will do set email and same. We need to change it email. Getting one any issue, like any
No,
doubt,
bro.
Rajesh and Nair?
No,
Any
no.
like
We are setting the values while after we click on the edit button.
huh? So see, you can see now over here we are already getting the values. So last is I think address. Set address, address. So this is fine. Now if we'll refresh the page anytime anywhere like, so you'll see that we already got the data. So this is like the, what we say, placeholder is already there. So we can remove that. I don't know why it is a material UI issue is there, but you can see everything is set. Fine.
Yes, bro.
Okay. So now this is fine. What we need to do? This is Ramesh. So what I will do? I will change it to. But now I have not see error and everything will be there. If you submit it, still you will get error. That over here we have address error and all. So everything is fine. We just need to make an API call. We just need to get the ID. We just need to make an API call and we need to set the data which we got from API to our all the state. So this is only we need to do. Now the other thing was we need to do with edit is when we click on submit. So now we are calling this data. Okay, submit data with the values and everything. So we are calling post API. Now we need to call put API
Put it.
because post API will not work to update the data. So we will go to put API. So I will just repeat it again. When we click from detail page, when we click on edit, okay. So what we are doing, we are just navigating it. I edit and we are passing ID. As we have kept route dynamic routing, so we will get in use param, we will get the ID value. So if you will go to a employee form, this is the same form which we are going to use for add as well as for edit. So we are destructuring it over here, okay. So if you don't know destructures, you can watch a video, or else what you can do. So what in you if you will use param, it a hooks, okay, it will provide you the value whichever dynamic parameter which you have passed in the route. So we have passed ID. This should be same as this whatever you are writing here, okay, this should be same. So we did that and we got the ID. And once we got the ID, so after like mounting, so we are calling get employee detail data, this function, and we are passing ID to it. And after ID we are getting the data, like we are calling API to fetch the unique data of, like unique data, I'm saying individual data of the user, employee or user, you can say. From there we are getting data in response. And then what we are doing, we are setting it. So setting first name, and first name we are setting everything, okay. First we are spreading it like a spread operator way, and we are spreading everything in an object, and then we are just updating the value. So value will be this. So this will automatically set, and after this you don't need to do anything. Everything is set, everything will validation and everything will work properly because you have already set everything properly. Okay, so this is done. So now what we need to do, when we click on edit, we need to make an API call to update the details. So for to handle that, this is fine, submit data is also fine, till here it is fine. But what we want, we need to call different API. So what we will do, over here we have post API. So what we will do, we already know we have ID, and if you have ID means this is edit one. If you don't have ID, this is add one. So what we can do, we know
Hmm.
that we have ID. So we already have param means data, and employee list, that is fine. And apart from that, we even require, if you go to put, we I think in the last only we have used put. Let me open. So over here, so put will have ID, sub URL as well as payload. So this ID and sub URL to compare, create the, like what we say, the folder or the data, okay, where we need, and payload will be the update. So I will directly copy it, okay, as from, since from last video we are doing the same thing, we are copying it. We are not creating again new things, because this is third or fourth CRUD operation of project which we are doing. So for all that CRUD operation and projects, so you can go through our previous videos. So we have ID, we have sub URL, and we have payload. So over here we need to make an API call, and this will be put API call, okay. So put will have param, the payload, but over here it is, the order is ID first, sub URL, and then payload. So we will do ID. So we know the ID is this, so we'll pass the same ID. Okay, we pass ID, param will be the last one. So now we will have employee list over here, okay. So if you'll see, we didn't update anything, just small thing is done. So now response
The
will be,
pass ID in the param after param.
why after param? It is before param, bro. ID is first, URL is second, and then payload. So that we have done.
Here we have not
ID
got
is
now.
first, URL is second, and param is last.
Okay.
So this is done. If ID is there means this is edit case. So in edit case we will do this. So this is fine. Okay. So we need to make it like this, or else it will not make any sense. This is done. So what we can do now? So I think everything is fine. So when we'll have a put request, so put will return this, and this will automatically return something, and we will get a return. And after update, it will be like it will go over here. And what we can do, we'll have this same condition here. Employee updated. So if in
Navigate, bro. It will navigate to
home page
same.
only, home page, navigation will be same home page only. So this is fine. I think everything will work properly. Let us go. Okay, so we'll just assume that you are opening this. Okay, so this is why I used it. So now you can open it anywhere. Okay, so this is I don't know why it is behaving likewise, like material
No,
UI
that
is
is
showing
a
place.
label, bro.
But placeholder and both the things are showing. So now I will update it. So rather than Ramesh, I will do like Suresh, and this will be Khan. And over here it was JavaScript, so I will do admin, and it will be like Suresh, and we will do the number 90. So I will not do Khan here. Let it be. Uh, let it be.
Suresh Babu.
Fine. Suresh Babu. And don't get offended by anyone like watching this video. Don't get offended. I will just write Babu itself. Or I will XYZ. Or else someone whose name is like Suresh will get offended that he added Khan to my name. Suresh Delhi. I will add here Mumbai. And this is India. This is fine. So I will change it to other. Okay. So now this is done. We will click on submit. Once we click on submit, so employee detail updated. We click on OK. We came here. You can see Suresh is there. Okay, I clicked over here, sorry. So you can see Suresh address is changed. The image is changed because we selected others and we added the condition if it is male then show that or else show this. So if, again we can go here, okay, we can click on edit. We can change it to male, okay, but it already came male, so I don't think gender got selected.
No.
This was wrong. Let
Set
me see.
set gender we have not set, bro.
Okay. Set gender we have not done. So set gender we need to do same gender and comma we need to
No.
do value equal to same.
And also initial value also we have passed mail only, bro. It will show mail only.
But in that condition we'll do now. This is fine. Now it will have female only, others only. And see it got others, so
Hmm.
I'm going to change it to male. And like Suresh was there, I will do Akshay. On admin we are going to node. So Akshay will reside in USA, New York, USA. Okay, this is fine. So we'll submit. Once you submit, employee detail got C now. So everything is fine. So now basic everything is done. We can add employee. This is home page. You can add other employee also. Now you can add new. We can add Ramesh again. Ramesh Babu I will add. Department will be anything which you can select admin. Ramesh the rate gmail.co. This will be dot. Okay. Now this will be mail. I will click on submit. And so you can see we got two cards. So designing styling, as I always said, like do it from your end. Like I cannot in this small video we cannot work on CSS, everything. So this is fine, you can do it. Like there's something like a small code I think I can write, and like we can do that, but it will be like div, we need to add a style equal to style curly bracket. In style what we need to do, oh, it will be like what we say,
Ma-
display flex,
Marketing boss.
and it will be display flex. What is happening here? uh, uh, Display like flex, and display flex wrap we will do. Flex wrap will be there. Flex wrap, I don't know what is the value. No, wrap will do. I think this will do lots of work, and
Support.
this we got likewise. So we need to even give width, so it will be like 100%. So now it should increase. Oh, the width of this is only not 100%, I think. Same styling we need to add to this. It is, so over here we will add it, and we'll remove everything. Still, why the cards are likewise? Maximum with 345.
Remove that flex wrap, bro. Wrap.
Okay, style is already there. Why?
No.
So wrap I just added for one line, so only we can, I can remove it, but so I don't know, that is still not working. So why it is showing error? Yeah. So still it will make an API call every time we are like on this page changing anything. So that is fine. Like you can work on the CSS part. So display flex also I will remove it. So you can work on the CSS part. Display flex will be the row you need to do and everything. So this will be fine. So this is done. Now we just need to go on the detail page, and now let me see how much we have consumed. So 53 is consumed. I don't know how they are calculating. So now we need to do delete. Once we click on delete, so it should get deleted. The data should get deleted, and we should go to redirected to again to the we say home page itself. So on delete we can do on click, and on click we will add first, and we will have on click handle, on delete handle. So we will handle delete in this constant on delete. So we already have the IDs and everything. Where we have ID in so in use param data, and use param data ID we will get here. Okay, so you can see over here I have not destructured it. I've used use param data, and then I've used use param data to ID, and in employee form we have used destructuring. So this is just to show like this is the two different way how we can achieve this. So totally up to you, whichever you find it easy you can do it. So on delete handle what we need to do, we need to pass the ID and URL and everything. So before that let me paste it here, but let me copy the code, delete code. I don't delete code. Okay, delete is there. Now I don't need this. So for delete code we will add it here. Delete required ID. Sorry. So this is fine, we can delete directly if you don't need to delete. And over here we just need to do delete. So delete will have ID, and this is fine. The after delete we will navigate to like home page. This is fine, so we will do here. So we will call an API. So this will be a sync, and over here we are going to call constant response. We will check what we are going after deleting. Then we need to, it's not get deleted, it should be delete API. So pardon my like I think the name which I have taken. So in this we need to pass ID. First will be the ID, I think. First will be the ID and second will the base sub URL. So sub URL, as we know, it will be the employee list. So I will add this same. Tiding, tiding, tiding. So you can create it in your sorting order, whatever order you want, you can create it. So in my API call, it was like first is ID and second is sub URL. So, but that is fine. Totally up to you what what you want to do. So you can do it, and we will log it here. What actually response we are getting after delete, we need to check it. So, but it will like lots of API call will be there. Let me see what is happening. So when we click on delete, so it will automatically delete it basically. The data will be deleted. So we clicked on delete. In response, we are still getting promise pending. So once I open it, it will be fulfilled. So what we are going to get in detail, I think no response will be there. So directly we can move it. But now we will get error because there will be no data for that. So we cannot delete it. So let me go here. So once we click here to console, and we'll delete here. So we are getting data and success data dot status 200. So that is fine. Response dot status triple equal to 200. So we'll check the condition. If this is 200, then what we are going to do? So this is also you can write. We'll navigate it to home page. So this is something like optimized code rather than writing if and everything. So you can directly write this. So this will also work. But now we don't have any data. I don't think like we will go to add employee. We'll add one thing. MS anything XYZ will add. We'll select any department. Email ID is ramesh@gmail.co. So this is fine. Comma XYZ. Fine. We'll add it here. Okay, others. Employees added. That is fine. I don't know whether we have or not any if. So over here we got the data, all the data which we required. And now I'm clicking on delete. So once we click on delete, so this will be deleted and we have been redirected to home page. So now we don't have any card, any data. So I think we have already exceeded 76 is there. So now we have done with all these things like add employee, edit employees. Over here we are getting error. So they are calling API, we are not getting the, so we need to handle it. So we'll get error because what we need to handle. So this will be called every time, but we could not do that. So what we need to do, if ID is there, then only you should go inside, because in add also, add employee also, this will be open. So that's why we need to, like we used to say, we should always have a condition within use effect. If you are calling any side effect or any of the API call na, so you should always put some condition into it, so that the API call or side effect should be happening properly. So this is done, like add, edit and delete and everything is done. So this actual the entire employee management system is done. So you can do like the styling and everything. So proper styling, I will create other project. So a complete project I will create with a styling and everything. So that will take more time, but next, mostly next I will target it. And apart from that we will, so I will stop today, like I will close this EMS. So already this is the fourth part of the video. So if you again saying, if you have directly jump here, go to all the previous video, then come here, because we went too fast here. So that will not make sense, like you will not understand much of the things, because I have done copy pasted, like we copy pasted all these things, but in our previous video we have not copy pasted it, we have done it from scratch. So you will get it. So that's all. So you can like, comment, subscribe, whatever you wanted to do. Okay.